Hi again. It's me, Gail Williams from American Stitchers. And today we're going to make a simple zipper pouch. We're going to make a wrist strap to go with it. I have already cut my pieces, and I have fused the interfacing to the back, trimmed off any excess around it. And these rectangles I've cut here are 9 inches by 6 inches. We have cut 2 exteriors, 2 interiors, a strap that is 3 inches wide by 14.5 inches long, and a little strap it's a strap connector, D-ring connector, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. I'm going to make the D-ring connector first because we have to sew it between the layers. And we're going to measure and draw a line right down the center. Yep, got it. And then we're going to fold this directly to the center, to the line, up to the line. Don't go over the line, just to the line. And then fold it over like that, and it should be 3/4 inches wide. I'm going to pin it so it stays together. And then I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew down each side. I'm going to use a 1/8 inch seam allowance to go down each side. Okay, I've sewn it, and I'm going to put my D-ring on and fold it over, and I'm just going to pin this for now, because we're going to use it later. And I'm going to set it aside. First we're going to take one of our exterior panels, lay it right side up. We're going to put the zipper, which mine's a 12 inch because that's all I had in the color I liked. But you will probably need to get a 10 inch zipper, or you can use a longer one and cut it off, just like I'm doing. Lay it face down on the top of your panel. I normally would use double-sided tape, but for this little tutorial I'm not. Just because you may not have double-sided tape, but you may have pins. So we're going to pin it in place. I pin it like that. I find that if you're using double-sided tape, you usually don't get any wavy zippers. And it's a lot easier to work with. We want to try to get it even with the edge. Because now we're going to take one of our lining panels, and we're going to line up the edges of it with the edges of our exterior panel. And we're going to use these same pins, pull it out, put it back in. Just like that. Pull it out, put it back in. And then we'll take it to the sewing machine and we're going to sew right along this edge all the way across using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So see, I've sewn right along the edge here, 1/4 inch seam allowance, exterior, interior, with my zipper sandwiched in between. What I'm going to do now is fold this back like that so it's flat. I'm going to press down my zipper on the other side, and I'm going to take it to this sewing machine again, and I'm going to stitch right down that edge. See, I've top stitched it. And I'm going to cut this thread off here. So that side is done. Turn it over and press that down like that. And now we're going to put the other side on the zipper. Take your exterior, lay the two exterior pieces together on your zipper. Lay your zipper down on your exterior. Match up these edges down here on the side, because your bottom's not going to match right now. We want to get it straight on the top, like that. Pin it on. Just like we did before. We want to keep our sides even. And then we'll take the other lining piece, lay it down on top of the zipper, match it up with your other side, see, with the zipper inside, just like you did the other side. Put your pins back in like that. If you have double-sided tape, I suggest you use it if you know how. Otherwise, you can use pins. That's why I'm doing this with pins. I'm going to go back and sew that side. Okay, see? Sewn together. We're going to turn it over here and press that side down too. So there's no stitches on here. Okay, now what we're going to do is pull our two lining panels together like that, and the two exterior panels together like that. We're going to start pinning them together. What we're going to do is we're going to push our zipper upwards. We're going to pin it all the way around. When you get up here to this zipper, pull your zipper slider to the center, and we're going to go try to push our zipper teeth towards the top, because we want all this even. So however you can get it, that's fine. Just fold it together, pin it in place. And right here, we're going to stick this D-ring thing in there. We want it to go in, probably about that far. Just like halfway. We're going to stick inside there like that. Leave it sticking out about halfway. And you want to put it just below your zipper over here. And then we're going to pin it. Pin it in place. And we're going to pin all the way around. Pin it across the bottom of the exterior. That zipper wants to go to the lining, so just let it. Okay, on this side, we're going to pin this. And if you have a shorter zipper, make sure that this metal thing and these metal things are not in your line of sewing there, because you don't want to sew over the metal. Now on the bottom of the lining part, we're going to leave a hole so we can turn it right side out. And right here about 3-4 inches. Just big enough to turn it. 3 inches is big enough. Okay. Now we're going to sew it all the way around using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. When you get to this, sew over it 2 or 3 times to make it strong. And I'll be right back. Okay, I've sewn all the way around, leaving a 3-inch hole in the bottom so that I can turn it. And I didn't tell you to leave your zipper open more than I did. So if you do what I did, you need to feel through there and get your little zipper pull. Going back the other way so it won't be locked. Because mine is locked. There it is. Got it back the other way now. I didn't open my zipper far enough. So, see, I have to get it like that so that I can push it. You want to leave it open, but you don't have to leave it open all the way. So, what we're going to do now is trim off these corners with some more strings. Don't cut your threads. Trim off your zippers. Reach through the hole to the other side. Push through and pull it through, just like that. Push out your corners. Can't get hold of it. so I didn't fish that out, but we will. There we go. Now what we need to do is, let's turn these in two. Because what we're going to do is fold that seam allowance inside on the bottom of your lining piece where it's open. Going to pin that. So we'll know where I start and stop at. And then we're going to go sew right along the edge to close it up. After we've closed up our bottom, trim our strings off. We're going to push this down inside. Push the corners out into your corners of your exterior. Just like that. Push it down in there. Zip it up. And there's your little zipper bag with your little D-ring on the side. We're going to make this strap now. What I'm going to do is I've cut this one. It's 14.5 inches long, 3 inches wide. So I'm going to make a mark down the middle, which would be 1.5. If I can find 1.5. Measure and draw a line, just like we did on our D-ring tab. Our D-ring tab. And then we're going to do this one like we did that. Fold it in, press it down. Now this is where I always use double-sided tape, but for you I'm just doing it without it because you may not have it. You can use your iron and iron that down. Oh, look at here. Little clips. These are really handy. If you don't have any, you need them. I guess you could use little hair clips if you wanted, if you have them. Remember, we're folding this to the line. We're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to fold that over like that. We're going to take that clip out. Back. Notice I start in the middle. That way they tend to stay more even. So that one I'm going to leave there. This one goes on the end. Get your edges even right here. See, when you clip it or pin it together. Now we're going to take this one and sew it just like we did the D-ring tab. Right down the edges, 1/8 inch. Down. See there? Sewn down both sides. I think I like this side better, so I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to slide my D-ring on there like that. So this ought to be outside. So that's pretty. Okay, so let's turn it back the other way with our D-ring on the inside. I mean our swivel hook on the inside. And we're going to take it to the sewing machine again. And we're going to sew across this end here, probably 1/8 of an inch from the edge. And we're going to sew back and forth about 3 or 4 times. Make it secure. And then I'll show you. It looks like I sewed it backwards, don't it? Well, I didn't. Flip it right side out. Like that. And we're going to pull our swivel hook down here. Like that. Put that seam down there. And then what we're going to do is go back to the sewing machine and sew it just above your swivel hook here. And do it like you did the other. Sew it 3 or 4 times across there to hold it. You can do 2 if you want to. And if you want to do rivet, you can put a rivet in it instead. And there we go. See? It's a little wrist strap to go on your little purse. So you're all done inside. You got to push out your lining, get it all smooth. You can use it as a wristlet. You can take this off, just use it as a makeup bag in your purse. But either way, there you go. Hope you have fun making one. Bye.